Alola, my fellow knights. I'm back for the Captain's Challenge 3 today, and I hope you are preparing your asses for this battle. Oh, Jesus, oh my. So, this is the final battle I had with Master Hero. He's the guy that we, had a little skirmish with in the first 2 episodes of the Captain's Challenge, so I'm finally uploading the last battle we had, and this one decides for all the marbles. And, so... I must say this. This was the longest battle I've ever had in the history of me playing competitive Pokemon. It was 100 turns of stall and war, so I had to speed up the clips and shit. So it took a little longer to get this one out. But that's okay. So, what am I packing today? We're packing Team Ghosting. I don't think I've used this team yet in the Captain's Challenge. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. So, just in case I haven't, I have Mandibuzz, Mantine, Heatran, Magearna, Porygon 2, and then Palossand. I think... Did I use him in the last? I can't remember. I can't. Screw it. So, and then Master Hero, he's kinda... We almost have the same Pokemon. He also has a Magearna, Mantine, and Porygon. So, I guess... things to look out for, pretty much everything. You got a terrifying Diggersby and a Dragonite. Those can do some bad things. And then also Porygon 2 is always a problem. And then Entei I have not seen very much at all, so I can't wait to see what that's going to accomplish. So I guess we're going to have to get right into the battle here. So fancy layout, let's go. And... prepare your asses. We're gonna be here a bit. So I'm gonna lead off with Maria, my Mandibuzz, as he goes off and leads with Entei. So, we're gonna have some fun here. So I'm like, oh, Entei can't do too much to me. I'm a defensive wall. It doesn't carry anything weird, except it has Stone Edge, which I did not know Entei got. I know that for the future. I can take one. It's a crit. It doesn't really matter too much. However, I'm going to get something really vital out of the way. Getting a Choice Scarf gone. I messed up my English there. I was getting rid of a Choice Scarf. So now that I know what he has, I'm going into Shadow's Court, my other defensive wall. And I'm going to eat this Stone Edge. Oh, yummy. I like Shiny Palossand. I only wish it was pink, though. You gotta watch Space Horses to understand why. But I will take black, because black is a nice color for a Pokemon. So he's gonna switch out into Porygon 2. It's all the nice shiny Porygon 2. And this one has Download. Now, a smart person would run Download, but I'm not a smart person. And a smart person also wouldn't go for Shadow Ball. He'd go for the... Wait, why didn't I Earth Power it? Oh my god, I feel dumb now. I don't know. Maybe I was predicting some kind of weird switch. But I don't remember what I was saying at all. But he's gonna go out into I'm gonna go out into Heatran. Okay, I need to remember things and do the things. He's gonna go for Icy. That's gonna do jack shit. Bismuth is in the house. Gonna get some nice leftovers back. And he's gonna withdraw Porygon because he can't touch me at all. And he's going out into Mantine. So this thing's the biggest problem in the history of problems. So, I'm going to put some Stealth Rocks up, and it's going to be one of those Mantines that are from 4th gen, which is questionable, because Defog Mantine, well, it's whatever. So I'm going to go into my own Mantine, Fathertine, best nickname. So, as I thought, straight for the Defog, and there goes my Stealth Rock, so that was completely useless. So he's going to withdraw his Mantine, as I'm just going to stay in and do whatever the hell I feel like. And there's the Magearna, and I'm just going to go for Ice Beam. I was kind of predicting the Dragonite, not going to lie. But it's okay, because I end up freezing the Magearna. So, all's fair in love and war, I suppose. So I'm going to switch out into Heatran again, because Heatran can do all the damage. So, staying frozen like a nice little ice thing, and then it thaws out and goes for Aura Sphere and takes a lot of my health away, which is bullshit. I deserve that freeze. It did too much damage, but I'm gonna get rid of this Magearna immediately. Overheat, don't even question it, it's dead. I'm just like, this thing needs to leave. I know it's gonna be a problem. It's gone, it's out of here. So, just a little more leftovers, like always, and then Diggersby. Here's the problem. I know this thing is either Choice Banded or Scarfed. That's for damn sure. I'm thinking it's also Scarfed. So I'm going to go out in the Shadows Court predicting a return. So, props to me, because I actually predicted something. So, that's when I figured out he's probably choiced. So, he's going back out into Porygon 2. And this time I was smarter and went for, what's it called? Earth Power, which is helpful. So I'm just gonna do nothing to that Porygon 2 right quick. So Shadow's Court needs to come back, and I'm gonna go into Tekra, my Magearna. So my Magearna is here. As I get hit with a mean-ass Thunderbolt, I could have stayed in there. Oh well. So Magearna's gonna take that quite well. So I'm just gonna Aura Sphere the shit out of that thing. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go straight for Flare Cannon because I thought he was gonna switch, but he didn't, so that makes my life a lot sadder than it had to be. So my special attack's gonna get destroyed, and I'm gonna get hit with another mean-ass Thunderbolt. It does too much damage. I'm very not happy. Not happy at all. So I'm gonna go for Aura Sphere this time. I'm like, maybe it'll kill. It's super effective. Not even close. Just not even close. And then it's gonna go for Recover, and then all my efforts were for naught. So, I have to switch out. I got no choice. I'm gonna need Magearna for later. I need it really badly. So, I'm gonna switch now, and I'm gonna go straight into Bismuth, because I know Porygon can't touch me all that well. Except Thunderbolt, and that still hurts a lot. It almost kills me. Not happy. Not happy at all. So, I'm gonna go for Overheat. Like, I didn't figure out my mistake the last time. So Overheat's not gonna do enough. Of course it's not, and I'm just gonna die to a Thunderbolt. Which is fine, I guess. I got a free switch into whatever I want, but losing Heatran's not the best thing in the world, and I'm going out into Tekra again, because I want this Porygon gone. Porygon gone. Porygon gone. Porygon gone, gone, gone. And then Mantine comes back. I did not want to deal with this Mantine. So, Aura Sphere, not gonna do jack shit. I got really nothing to touch that Mantine with Magearna. And it's leftovers too, so that's not really good. It's not the best situation in the world. I wish I could have got a Toxic off on it, because then things could have been different. But I gotta withdraw because I know something's gonna happen. I'm gonna go out into Father Time, and he has Mirror Coat, and that is scary. Because he might be able to outstall my special wall here. But only time will tell. So I'm gonna go for Scald. I was partially thinking he'd switch out again, and then also thinking that he might be Water Absorb. He's not Water Absorb, he's probably Swift Swim. Isn't Mantine's other ability Water Veil? He's definitely Swift Swim then. So I get the Burn, which is not the greatest in the world, I'll be honest, because I would have preferred Toxic. Because Burn's nerf in this generation is just not helpful at all. It sucks. So he's gonna withdraw Porygon. He's gonna withdraw Mantine and go on to Porygon. Okay, I'm awake. So, attack's gonna rise. That's okay for me, because that's not gonna help the Porygon. I'm gonna go for Air Slash. That's almost gonna kill the Porygon. I'm gonna gain a little leftovers. Very, very nice. As Father Time is in the house, and he's just gonna do Father Time things. I'm gonna go for a Scald and knock that Porygon right out. I don't think the crit mattered, because such low health, and Air Slash does less than Scald. So we're gonna be fine there. Out pops the Dragonite! Okay, so Dragonite worries me a little bit, because the multi-scale is still up. I thought he'd go for Dragon Dance, which he's going to do. So we're in a bad position. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm saying the battle before things happen. I gotta slow down. Just slow down. And then I find out it's Z move, so we're about to get hit really hard. Oh god, here's the Dragonite. It's gonna hit us like a truck. So we're gonna get a mean, devastating Drake. Oh, it's gonna hurt a lot. It's definitely gonna hurt a lot. So, yeah. Somehow, Shadow's Court is able to take it, and I'm gonna be able to break that multi-scale, which is gonna help me so much later in the battle. Oh, it's gonna be so great. The Shadow's Court is like on the most abysmal amount of health. But I'm just gonna die to a Fire Punch. It's good information to have that has Fire Punch. It must have Outrage. So, oh god, I can't fall asleep. Must not fall asleep. So, I'm gonna trace his multi-scale, and I'm on full health, so his next attack isn't gonna do jack shit. So, out comes the Mantine. Now, this is the part where I wish I ran Thunderbolt. I mean, think of how useful that would be, but I'm gonna go straight for the Trick Room. Because, if you haven't noticed, basically all my Pokemon on this team are very slow and fat. So, outspeeding everything is going to be a wonderful time. So, I'm kind of just going to get out of there immediately. I don't want to deal with it at all. And then I'm going to go out into Maria, because I'm like, maybe I should just get rid of this thing's leftovers. That would be very helpful. So, yeah, more leftovers. This is the part where I wish it was Toxic and not Burn, because Burn is not going to do as much as Toxic would have. So, because of my own Trick Room, I'm going to get outsped and be very sad, but I'm going to live, so there's a plus side to all of this. I'm going to live, gain a little health back. Could have used more, but can't really do too much about it. So, basically, we're at a stalemate here. I can keep roosting, he can keep getting nowhere with burn damage. So I'm gonna get scalded again, and it's gonna do less this time, and he gets the burn, so that's not fun. I'm gonna roost more, because I need Mandibuzz at higher health. I kinda have to stall my own Trick Room. That is ironic. Ugh, I need water. Watching all those scalds makes me thirsty. So, Mandibuzz is not in the best situation right now, but I need to get rid of that thing's leftovers, and then things might be better. So Scald is still going to do some damage. I'm going to go for Knockoff. That's going to take a nice chunk of health out. It was a crit. Didn't really matter too much. So Burn is going to be able to start taking its toll on Mantine now, since leftovers are no longer working. So the Twisted Dimensions have now returned to normal. So he's going to withdraw his Mantine and go into Entei again. I did not need this thing here. I will tell you that much. So I'm going to go for another Roost, because I knew I could outstall that thing, and I wanted to be on the most health as possible. So we're in an okay position right now, but I don't want to deal with Entei. So I'm going to get out of there because I don't want another Stone Edge. And I'm going to go out into PC Master Race. The PC Master Race is here. And I'm going to trace Pressure, which is actually pretty good. Because now I'm going to make him not do as many attacks. Sacred Fire does a lot of damage. Oh god, why am I so exhausted? It's not fair. Come on, wake up, Zekter. It's fine. So luckily, I avoid the second Sacred Fire, because hacks are life. Gonna take some burn damage, not the best in the world. And I'm gonna get hit with another Sacred Fire, except it misses again! And I'm just gonna go and hit that nice little recover button. It's gonna be all nice and dandy. And now I'm just gonna wait for Entei to switch out. And go into Mantine again. Now here's where I should have just stayed in and stalled the Mantine, but I didn't. So there was a mistake here, because I probably could have got rid of this thing earlier on. But sadly, that's not the case. So I'm gonna get... It's gonna roost. So I'm gonna keep a roost counter on this thing. You're gonna understand why later. But I'm gonna edit a roost counter, or like a roost thing. I'm gonna count the number of roosts he has. I'm not gonna worry about it in the video, because I remember rewatching this video, and I remember on how many roosts he had. So I'm gonna go into Father Time to stall this thing out, because I knew Miracote was coming, which I really just should have stayed in with what's it called? Mantine. Now, I'm pretty sure either... I'll explain this later, actually. You know, I'll just explain it later. So I'm going to go for Ice Beam as he goes for Roost. And I'm going to get some nice little chip damage. And here's the part where we're going to speed everything up, because we have an unbeatable stall war. So I made it fast enough to not give everybody a seizure, but still, it's pretty long. And we're just gonna wait here. Okay. Yep, so lots and lots of stall. I could have just cut all this out, but I didn't know how that would affect the actual battle. So, two Mantines should never go up against each other. Honestly, at this point, I was thinking maybe I should just start running HP Electric. Because right now, I have to PP stall him of his Roosts and Scalds. Which is not great. I will give it that. It's not easy. Like, I haven't had to use any of my Roosts yet. Because I'm able to do more damage to him than he can do to me. Which is okay, but here he finally realizes I'm not switching out. When I don't switch out, I'm adamant. And thinking, well, I don't know if this is lucky or if I was just trying to be strategic, but he switches in Entei and I go for a Skull to knock it out. So, hey, I'm kind of winning the stall war. It's quite the war, actually, and I'm still at full health. Father Time just is so bulky. So, Diggersby. This thing is still an issue. For multiple reasons. So, I have to switch out into Maria to take a return. And it's gonna hurt a lot. So, Maria's not gonna be able to do anything to Diggersby, because one, it's probably Scarfed. I guarantee you it's probably Scarfed. Is that banded damage? I don't know. Diggersby huge power, it's a lot. We get a lot of recoil with the Rocky Helmet, but not enough for me to like it. So maybe a better option would have been to switch into Tekra, but that's hindsight at this point. So we have 3 and 3 now. He's gonna withdraw and go on to Mantine. I want to see that Mantine die. Like, this is another thing. I regret not having Volt Switch. So, I'm gonna do a lot of damage, and sadly, it's not gonna be enough to take out this damn Mantine. Because that thing just does not die. I got it down to red health, you know, and it outspeeds me and goes for Roost. And just... that Mantine doesn't die. It won't. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll outspeed it, and then I forgot Mantine actually has some decent speed investment in it. It has some decent speed stats. So now I'm -4. I'm very, very sad. Magearna is not doing anything except basically just being there. So that's a problem. So I'm gonna have to switch out here, as he also switches out, but he's gonna switch out into Diggersby. Switching out to Diggersby. Diggersby is the only thing that really scares me at this point. So I'm going into PC Master Race because... oh, yeah, PC Master Race, PCMR. I'm gonna... huge power Porygon, let's go. Not like huge power Porygon's gonna help me in any way. So, I need to kill this thing so bad. So, I'm gonna get hit with that mean-ass return. I'm gonna go for an Ice Beam. And sadly, it just doesn't knock it out. I get the freeze. I do get the freeze. So there is hope. There's always hope. Porygon got 2 freezes this battle. Nice. Except, I'm the unluckiest son of a bitch alive, and he thaws. How? I don't know. I feel like I've never heard the frozen status effect getting touched, but maybe I'm just very unlucky. Like, I lost Heatran and I lost Porygon to freezes, to freeze thawing, which sucks. So he's gonna go out into this piece of shit again. I'm gonna go for an Aura Sphere because I'm just like, I'm not risking a Flare Cannon, which I probably should have done, because this Mantine just does not die. It's so fat. Mantine being buffed this gen is amazing, but also very terrifying. So, there's another roost. Everything is sad at this point, and I'm done. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So, I go for another Flare Cannon. It just doesn't matter. It's so fat. It just doesn't, ugh. Mantine has to be one of the fattest water Pokemon alive. And I enjoy my fat water Pokemon, I really do. I think I use a lot of bulky water walls, actually. Water and flying seem to be the best for walls for some reason. Oh well, I'm gonna set up a Trick Room, because I'm like, maybe I can catch off guardness somehow. I just wish I had Volt Switch on this Magearna, but I don't. It'd be so helpful. So maybe I should I get rid of Aura Sphere for Volt Switch? That doesn't seem worth it. It really doesn't seem worth it. I mean, it's only this thing that's giving me problems. Should I just run Volt Switch for just Mantine? And here we go again. Well, here's another Stall War. Because Mantines apparently will not die. Bulkiest water Pokemon alive. And I'm running out of PP, which is not the best situation. Maybe I should switch up my Mantine's moveset. Oh, we're just gonna slow down a second here. We're just gonna get that Digger's Beat right in here. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go into Tekra. Why do I feel like everything's so slow? Is it just because everything was so fast? Is this normal Pokemon speed now? I can't tell. I'm confused. So, trying to make a prediction of Earthquake, I go back out into Father Time. Luckily, that is what happened. So, I'm safe, just for now, though. Right now, we're still not in the best position. This is where I wish I had Stealth Rocks, because everything would have died by now if I had Stealth Rocks up. Maybe killing that Magearna so early was a bad idea. I don't know anymore. Again, it's still hindsight. And just that Mantine is doing nothing but eat everything I throw at it. It's not fair. Why can't you die for me, Senpai? So, I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna try and make predictions. I'm on full health again-ish. He's gonna go for Roost. Oh, I'm still tired. Wow, this is a long commentation. I guess what do you expect out of a 100-turn battle? Thank God I wasn't live recording this or I'd be out of breath. Probably be dying. And it'd be a 50-minute long video. So, I'm at a really, really big disadvantage right now. I have nothing left but Magearna, and I'm running out of Flare Cannons. And also, I'm running out of PP with Father Time. And here we're just going to have another Stall War, and this one I'm going to go Seizure fast, because everything's going to happen. So, look away, please, just look away. Don't let your eyes burn. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to calculate all the roosts. So, that was Seizure fast, I apologize. But I'm gonna get another nice prediction and outpuff the Dragonite as I go for Ice Beam. So, I'm good at this game, except it doesn't die. If that killed, I might have had a chance. So I'm gonna get hit with a mean-ass outrage. What I should have done there was try to predict it and go into Magirna. He would have been... no, he wouldn't have been locked into it. Again, I wish I had Stealth Rocks. So, I kind of just have to submit. Here's the Diggersby. I can't do anything. So, I don't know what percentage of health that Mantine was at that point. But maybe I should have just let Father Time die. But I didn't think Return would do that much, so I'm thinking it is banded. So, with that play, I just threw the game. I could have probably killed the Diggersby with an Aura Sphere, had +1, and be able to Flare Cannon. I think I had 1 Flare Cannon left I was saving. But it's just a sad day in Paradise because I'm going to lose to a Diggersby. And I'm just going to have Father Time come out here and submit to the Diggersby. Diggersby, though. Just Diggersby, though. So it's not even the Mantine that ended up killing me. Which is honestly really, really sad. But we took that almost... I think we took that to 3 minutes to timer. No, less. I think it was... We had a minute left. Oh. And before I edited all that footage, it was a 37-minute long video, and I did not want to put you guys through that kind of stress, but even though I just put you through a whole bunch of seizure warning stuff at the end there, I did not realize it was that fast. But I apologize, but you can look away and forgive me. So, I'm sorry guys. I claimed to be the stall king, but I was outstalled. I'm so sad, and I'm so ashamed. I can't believe I was outstalled. That's my game. I stall. If I just did that one thing there at the end, I maybe could have won. I don't know what percentage of the health that Mantine was on because the seizure warning thing activated, but I'm upset. And I think, what are we now? 3-3 in the Captain's Challenge. We're still... Our losses are still not bigger than our wins, so I guess that's a certain thing. Yeah. Alright, well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm sorry about the seizure warning there at the end. If you like this battle, which I guess you probably should because I gave you a seizure, hit the like button anyway. Hit like for seizure, hit dislike for not having seizure. So like it so you didn't, if you had seizure, just like it anyway because I don't know, you're just seizures. So like, comment, subscribe, Discord, friend code, description. I think I'm having a seizure. Bye!